The United States ended 20 years of war in Afghanistan, the longest war in American history.
I'm pretty sure you have seen all this from news across the globe. Taliban taking over Afghanistan. The world was in silence. $2 trillion worth of investment. 20 years educating, supporting Afghan army. All sudden, gambled multiplied by 0. Everyone thought it's the end of Afghanistan and it's the end of everything here. But here is the strange part. That's not what happened. In a state of total collapse, Afghanistan went through something no one saw coming. Something unexpected. With zero calculation. And that was Industrial Revolution. This is an untold story of battle with mafia, corruption and persistence. This story dives deep into the chaos before 21st August 2021 and aftermath of it. This is Muhammad Qasim exploring the world around me. This is Afghanistan, a landlocked country by its neighbors. No seaports, no coastlines, everything from food to construction material had to pass through its borders. Here is one of the busiest was the Islam-Kala border with Iran. The data shows 2021, it's handled around 25% of Afghanistan's entire trade, roughly $3 billion a year. And here is where the story starts to twist. Let's just go 2 months before the Taliban takeover. It's 21st July 2021. Imagine a truck entering the country carrying iron bars. About 22 tons per truck. The custom duty for that it's around $120 per ton. So for 3 trucks, the government should collect about $8,000 in taxes. But that's not what happened. Instead, 3 trucks only loaded into one Afghan truck. In reality, it was iron bars. On papers, it was cement. And cement only cost $20 per ton in customs. So the government got $440 instead of $8,000. The rest of money goes straight to the pockets of border officials, businessmen and power brokers. Based on the data, daily more than 1,200 trucks passing the border. That wasn't just a corruption, it was a system. It was a shadow economy that made the rich richer and bankrupted everyone trying to build something real. A regular truck in Afghanistan could carry 20 to 30 tons based on truck type. But this made the road infrastructure damaged entire Afghanistan. Factories that produce goods locally couldn't compete with underpriced imports, and the government, starved for revenue, became completely dependent on foreign aid. Afghanistan wasn't poor by accident, it was kept that way. The Taliban took over entire country, everything changed. Within weeks, most government officials fled the country. A whole layer of corruption gone overnight. Suddenly, the system had to rebuild from scratch. At first, it was chaos. Price went up, trade slowed down, currency devaluation started. The exchange rate of USD against Afghani went from 72 Afghanis to 125 Afghani in matter of weeks. But then something unusual happened. For the first time in decades, custom offices began charging exact tariffs for the exact goods and rates. That meant imports became more expensive, but local factories, they started to breathe again. Iron factories that had been shut down for years suddenly found demand. Food packages plant reopened, FMCG sector flourished. Afghan products began replacing imported ones on store shelves. That wasn't planned. It was the result of massive shock, a reset of corrupt system that had been feeding off the country for decades. As you can see, this is the satellite image of Herat industrial town back in 2009. It's just a patch of desert. And this is the satellite image in 2025, a fully developed zone with over 1,000 factories employing nearly 100,000 people. Across Afghanistan, the number of registered manufacturing units jumped from around 500 in 2021 to more than 3,500 in 2025. That's a seven-fold increase, something no one expected to see after a government collapse. Low labor costs, reduced corruptions, and simple licensing system made Afghanistan for the first time a place where manufacturing actually made sense. Today, manufacturing sector accounts for production of beverages, two-wheelers, construction material, FMCG, food packaging, and even some home appliances, things that were once entirely imported. And the manufacturing sector created over 1 million jobs directly and more than 3 million indirectly. Now let's be real, this is just a perfect story. It comes with a cost. The boom is real, but here's the challenge. Electricity remains one of the biggest issues. Afghanistan still imports most of its power from neighboring countries. During summer and winter peaks, it's hardly 5 to 6 hours of electricity, and it's a threat to the manufacturing units as it increases their costs and investments on purchasing power generators which runs on fuels. There are reports that some of the new manufacturing units not able to get electricity power grids, mainly the shortage of electricity faced by government and the extensive usage of electricity by households as well as manufacturing units. Urbanization is another problem as more people move to cities for work. Pollution rises, housing becomes scarce, and infrastructure struggles to keep up. According to UN Habitat data, cities like Herat and Kabul are expanding faster than they can handle, turning empty land into dense, unfinished construction zones. So yes, there is an industrial boom, but it's fragile. It depends on energy, stability, and continuous access to the markets. For decades, Afghanistan has been known for war, aid, and dependencies. But beneath the headlines, a quiet revolution is happening. It's being built not by politicians or foreign powers, but by factory workers and entrepreneurs and ordinary people who refuse to give up. Yes, the road ahead is difficult, but maybe, just maybe this time Afghanistan is not waiting for help from outside. It's learning to build within. And if it's not a revolution, I don't know what is it.